I didn't realize, such a weird and embarrassing thing to admit, but my life was just wrapped up in what KODY needed and what he wanted and what the family needed and wanted. I was probably more fixated on that man than
Okay.
So much.
Explain that.
So it was like, even when he wasn't there, I'd be thinking, whenever he gets here, we're going to do this and this and this. Because he didn't just insert into my life. He didn't just do whatever we were doing. We had to change what we were doing to accommodate him.
Right.
And that's not okay. That's not fair. That's making it so our lives are focused on him.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating to me, and it's embarrassing that I lived it.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you feel that he didn't respect you?
I don't know if he would feel like he would need to. I don't know. Maybe in some roles, maybe in some ways he did.
Welcome back to my channel, Chroma Celebs. I'm Rose. And today, we are talking about one of the most controversial yet deeply emotional topics that Sister Wives fans have been quietly debating for years. Why Christine Brown should never feel embarrassed about her marriage to KODY Brown, because if there's anyone who should be hanging his head in shame, it's KODY. Let's begin. It's been years since Sister Wives first aired on TLC, taking viewers inside the complex, chaotic, and often controversial world of the Brown family's polygamous lifestyle. But as the seasons rolled on, it became painfully clear that the picture-perfect plural marriage KODY Brown once preached about was unraveling, one wife at a time. Among those wives, Christine Brown's journey is perhaps the most powerful, not because it was without heartbreak, but because of how she transformed that pain into liberation. And yet, Christine has often hinted that she feels embarrassed by the years she spent married to KODY. But she shouldn't. Because if there's any embarrassment to be felt, it belongs solely to KODY. His behavior, his choices, his blatant favoritism, all of it cast a long shadow over what could have been a deeply loving and respectful union. Christine's story isn't one of shame. It's one of strength. And it's time we start saying it plainly. When Christine first entered KODY's life, she was a breath of fresh air. She was young, optimistic, and committed to the ideals of plural marriage. In fact, Christine was the one who truly wanted the big happy family vision. She didn't just marry KODY, she married the dream. She joined a family she believed would provide sisterhood, support, and spiritual fulfillment. But instead of being welcomed into a strong and supportive structure, Christine was gradually made to feel less than. She played the part of the fun wife, the caregiver, the one who smiled through the pain and picked up the emotional labor no one else seemed to notice. She bore the burden of keeping the household functioning emotionally and logistically. And through all of it, she did her best to remain committed, not just to KODY but to her sister wives, her children, and the family unit. She gave her all. So why is Christine the one who says she feels embarrassed by her marriage? In interviews and on the show, Christine has at times referred to feeling ashamed for not seeing the truth sooner, for staying so long in a relationship that no longer served her. She's been vulnerable about questioning her self-worth, wondering if she was foolish for believing KODY ever loved her the way a husband should. But let's stop right there. Christine did what millions of women do. She stayed, she hoped, she tried to make it work. She raised kids, cooked dinners, organized birthdays, and held the emotional glue of the family together. That's not shameful, that's honorable. What's shameful is that KODY let her carry all of that weight without ever truly appreciating her. What's shameful is the way KODY slowly distanced himself from Christine, emotionally withdrawing while blaming her for the cracks in their marriage. What's shameful is that while Christine longed for intimacy, respect, and connection, KODY gave her excuses, coldness, and rejection. He told her he wasn't attracted to her. He questioned her loyalty. He made her feel like she had to earn his love when love should have been freely given. Let's not forget the infamous moment when KODY admitted on camera that he felt no desire to be intimate with Christine anymore. It was cruel, humiliating, and broadcast for the world to see. Imagine how that must have felt, to be dismissed, devalued, and publicly shamed by the man you devoted decades to. And yet, Christine held her head high. She walked away with grace. She didn't air every dirty secret or lash out in vengeance. She quietly packed her things, said goodbye, and built a new life in Utah with her children. And eventually with her new husband, David Woolley, A man who, by all appearances, treats her like gold. That's not embarrassment. That's courage. That's redemption. That's healing. KODY, on the other hand, seems to still be clinging to the wreckage he created. He has lashed out at the wives who left him. He's blamed everyone but himself for the collapse of the family. He's refused to take real accountability. He talks about betrayal, about loyalty, about wounds he can't recover from, but never once does he seem to truly grasp what he did to cause the collapse of those relationships. Christine didn't fail the marriage. KODY failed her. And let's be honest, the fans saw it coming for years. Even in the earlier seasons of Sister Wives, there were signs of imbalance. Christine was often the one left behind while KODY chased his emotional connection with Robyn. The favoritism wasn't subtle. Robyn was the queen bee and Christine was the afterthought. There were family trips where Christine seemed like the outsider. Confessionals where her heart was thinly veiled behind tight smiles. Conversations where KODY talked over her, dismissed her concerns, and minimized her contributions. And still she stayed. Still she tried. So when she finally chose herself, when she decided that she deserved better, it was a moment of clarity, not shame. Christine should be celebrated, not pitted. She should be honored, not embarrassed. Because while KODY was busy nurturing only the relationships he favored, Christine was showing up for everyone. While KODY was controlling, Christine was comforting. While KODY was shaming, Christine was healing. While KODY was pushing people away, Christine was holding the pieces together. She was the one organizing birthdays, cheering on the kids, making sure each child felt seen. She was the emotional rock. The mom who didn't let any of them fall through the cracks. And let's talk about what Christine has done since leaving KODY. She's built a brand, shared her story, and empowered thousands of women who have felt stuck in loveless marriages. Her journey has become a beacon for those too afraid to take that leap. She didn't spiral after the divorce, she soared. Her new marriage to David Woolley is full of joy, respect, laughter, and real love. Her social media is filled with genuine smiles, travel adventures, cozy home updates, and blended family joy. This is a woman who finally feels safe. Who finally feels chosen. And that's the ultimate proof that her past wasn't a failure. It was a chapter that led her to exactly where she was always meant to be. Now let's turn the lens back on KODY. He remains with Robyn, the only wife still standing by his side. But even that relationship seems tense under the surface. The energy is different. The public perception has shifted. KODY is no longer the charismatic leader of a plural family. He's the man who drove 3 strong women away. He's the man whose children are speaking out, sharing their own wounds and frustrations. He's the man whose empire of love and unity fell apart under the weight of his ego. And yet, there's little sign that KODY has done the inner work. Little evidence of deep reflection, real apologies, or changed behavior. So again, let's ask, who should feel embarrassed? The woman who gave her best, loved hard, and walked away with dignity? Or the man who neglected, rejected, and lost everything because he couldn't see past his pride? Christine Brown's marriage to KODY may not have been the fairy tale she dreamed of, but it taught her what love shouldn't look like. And sometimes that lesson is more valuable than any happily ever after. It made her stronger, wiser, more attuned to what she truly deserves. And now she has it, not just in David Woolley, but in herself. In her freedom. In the love of her children. In the peace of her new home. Let's be clear, Christine Brown doesn't need to feel embarrassed by her past. KODY Brown needs to reckon with it. He needs to acknowledge the harm, the neglect, the emotional damage. He needs to stop painting himself as the victim and start recognizing the pain he caused. Until then, no amount of camera time or confessional tears will redeem him in the eyes of those who watched his wives suffer. Christine was never the problem. She was the proof that even in the most broken relationships, there is hope for a new beginning. She is living proof that choosing yourself is never something to be ashamed of. So let the world stop framing Christine as the wife who left. Let's start calling her what she truly is, the woman who saved herself. And if KODY Brown is still searching for who to blame, he should start by looking in the mirror. Christine sues KODY Brown for child support. The dramatic scandal explained. What started as a spiritual love story has now devolved into a legal battlefield, and this time it's personal. Christine Brown, once the loyal third wife in the controversial Brown family, has just dropped a legal bombshell that could shake the very foundation of sister wives forever. The news is in, and it's official. Christine is reportedly suing her ex, KODY Brown, for child support. And trust us, this isn't just about money. It's about years of resentment, emotional turmoil, and the long-buried truths finally clawing their way into the public spotlight. Let's break down this dramatic scandal and uncover why Christine is taking this bold legal stand, how KODY is reacting to the accusations, what this means for the future of the Brown family, and the explosive consequences it might unleash on the sister wives' legacy. It's no secret that Christine Brown has been stepping into her power since she left KODY. After nearly 3 decades in a polygamous relationship where she often felt neglected, ignored, and emotionally starved, Christine shocked audiences when she publicly declared her independence and left Flagstaff behind. But beneath her bright smile and newfound love with David Woolley, a deeper battle had been brewing, one that revolved not around herself, but around her youngest daughter, Truly. In the emotional aftermath of her separation from KODY, Christine made it clear that she was done playing the quiet, submissive wife. But now, her most powerful move yet has come not through words but through legal action. Sources close to the family have confirmed that Christine has taken formal steps to seek child support from KODY Brown, arguing that he has failed to meet his responsibilities as a father since their split. The legal documents, allegedly filed in Utah, paint a chilling picture of emotional and financial abandonment. Christine claims that KODY has not only been absent from Truly's life in terms of quality time, but also in supporting her financially. She accuses KODY of prioritizing Robyn and her children while neglecting his own obligations to his other kids, particularly the children of his former wives like Yanel and Christine. Christine's frustration has been building for years, and anyone who watched Sister Wives could see it coming. The show captured moment after moment where KODY showed preferential treatment to Robyn's children, while treating the others like afterthoughts. From missing key milestones to making excuses for not visiting, KODY's detachment from Truly's life was heartbreaking. And Christine? She picked up the pieces every time. Now, Christine is ready to put a legal price tag on KODY's abandonment. According to sources, she's not just asking for a token amount. She wants back pay, monthly child support, and a full acknowledgement of KODY's financial duties. This means Christine is demanding KODY step up and take legal responsibility for Truly's medical bills, education, housing, and other essential expenses. This revelation has reportedly hit KODY like a freight train. Insiders claim he is furious, calling the lawsuit a betrayal and accusing Christine of turning their personal lives into a courtroom spectacle. But isn't it ironic? For a man who allowed his personal life to be televised for over a decade, the only thing KODY can't seem to handle is being held accountable off camera. And the plot thickens even further, because this child support lawsuit could open the floodgates to more legal claims from the other wives. Yanel, for instance, has publicly revealed how financially entangled she was with KODY for years, including her investments in the infamous Coyote Pass property. And Meri? Though more reserved, she too has hinted that she was left with little support after their relationship crumbled. If Christine's lawsuit succeeds, it could set a precedent, one that may encourage other former sister wives to pursue their own claims. For the first time, KODY's long-standing emotional and financial favoritism could have real legal consequences. And that possibility is already creating ripples across the Brown family dynamic. Fans of the show are also reacting with shock, support, and in some cases, rage. Many longtime viewers feel vindicated, having watched Christine suffer in silence for too long. On social media, hashtags like #JusticeForChristine and #KODYPayUp are trending, with users calling the lawsuit long overdue. Others, however, are worried this might be the final nail in the coffin for the Sister Wives series. But let's not forget the heart of the matter, Truly Brown. At the center of this storm is a child who, according to Christine, deserves more than broken promises. Christine's friends say that this lawsuit isn't about revenge, it's about security, about giving her daughter the kind of future she deserves, without depending on the unreliable whims of a father who's been increasingly absent. Still, this legal move has pushed KODY deeper into his corner with Robyn, who reportedly is furious about the lawsuit. Robyn, who has long been accused of manipulating KODY and isolating him from his other wives and children, allegedly sees the lawsuit as a public smear campaign. Some insiders even suggest that she's pressuring KODY to fight Christine tooth and nail in court. But Christine isn't backing down. She's no longer afraid of confrontation, she's embracing it. With her fiancé David Woolley by her side, Christine has found a new sense of strength. David, sources say, has been instrumental in encouraging Christine to stand up for her rights, and has been a calming, supportive presence as she steps into this next chapter. The timing of the lawsuit is also interesting. With Sister Wives Season 19 on the horizon, many are wondering if this drama will play out on screen. If so, it could make for the most explosive season yet. But others believe Christine is done airing her life on TLC, at least in the way she used to. This legal battle might be the first move in her own post-Sister Wives era, one that doesn't involve sharing screen time with her ex-husband and his favored wife. As legal experts weigh in, there's talk of this lawsuit unraveling KODY's financial web. For years, KODY had the support of 4 wives pooling their resources to support their large family. But now, with 3 wives gone and only Robyn left, that financial structure is crumbling. If Christine's suit succeeds, KODY could face significant legal costs, ongoing child support payments, and even public scrutiny over how he handled the family's finances for decades. And it's not just about money, it's about reputation. For years, KODY has tried to portray himself as a loving though unconventional father. But this lawsuit directly challenges that image. If the court agrees with Christine's claims, KODY could go down not just as a failed husband, but as a negligent father, something no amount of reality TV editing can erase. And perhaps that's the justice Christine has always deserved. For decades, she played the dutiful wife, raising children, holding the family together, sacrificing her own happiness. When she finally broke free, many saw it as an act of bravery. But this lawsuit? This is Christine saying, it wasn't enough just to leave, I want what's fair, what's owed, and what my child deserves. KODY's counter-arguments, rumored to revolve around claims that he gave enough emotionally and that Christine is exaggerating for revenge, aren't holding much weight with the public. Viewers remember too many episodes of him dodging parenting responsibilities, missing out on family events, and openly questioning his bond with his kids from Christine and Yanel. One moment that stands out? That gut-wrenching scene when Truly had to find out from her siblings that her parents were splitting, because KODY couldn't even bring himself to tell her face-to-face. Now the emotional damage is being quantified, and it could cost him. Christine's lawyers are expected to highlight these patterns of neglect in court, showing not just a lack of financial support, but an ongoing emotional absence that no child should have to endure. Behind the scenes, sources say the other Brown kids are divided. Some are siding with their mother, furious at KODY's treatment and fully supportive of Christine's decision. Others are urging caution, worried that this legal action could cause irreparable rifts. But one thing's clear. The illusion of unity that once held the Brown family together is shattered. Meanwhile, David Woolley has stepped into the role KODY never really filled. Truly reportedly sees David as a dependable, consistent presence, someone who shows up, supports, and listens. And while David isn't trying to replace KODY, he is filling a void left by a man who for too long put his personal comfort and Robyn's wishes above the needs of his children. The lawsuit will likely be messy, emotional, and very public. And it could drag on for months. But Christine's message is loud and clear. She's done being silent, done letting KODY control the narrative, and done pretending like everything's fine for the sake of appearances. This is the next evolution of her journey, from silent partner to outspoken survivor, and now to a warrior mother demanding justice. And as the courtroom drama unfolds, one thing's for sure, Christine Brown is writing a new chapter in her story, one where accountability finally comes knocking at KODY Brown's door. And now it's your turn. What do you think about this shocking lawsuit? Is Christine doing the right thing by suing KODY for child support? Or is this the start of an even darker war between the ex-wives and their once-shared husband? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this battle is far from over, and we're here to cover every twist and turn. So what do you think? Was Christine Brown ever the one to be embarrassed? Or is it finally time for KODY Brown to own his part in the downfall of their marriage? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Rose and this is Chroma Celebs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this one. See you next time. Dizzy.